Hi, this is Cassandra S. Dunn, registered nurse. I wanted to bring to you a legal notice that I've created that I will be submitting at my employer and also be sending a copy to the Assistant Attorney General, Lee J. Loftus. So I wanted to share with you what I've got going on in this battle for humanity. So I can't say where I work for several different reasons. One is I'm not an authorized spokesperson for the Bureau. Two, the union constantly reminds me that I'm not allowed to speak to the public. And three, it's a safety and security issue because I do work at a very high level, secure facility. But I'll probably be losing my job in a few weeks, so at that time I'll let you know where I currently work. But right now I need to keep that in my pocket for right now. So again, I've prepared this legal notice. The purpose of this is a couple different things. Is one, to let others know that I see that they're violating the Constitution and other federal laws, global agreements. At my job, I took an oath to the Constitution, and I took it seriously. It seems like nobody is anymore that has a high-level position. So again, I'm going to be, I've already delivered this to the director at the Bureau that I work for. I've also sent it to other high-up members. And I'm also prepared to send this to, the Assistant Attorney General for the U.S. Department of Injustice. I went to the post office today to mail it out, and the post office is closed due to, quote, COVID exposure. So I'll mail this out tomorrow. So I have a packet here prepared, and I wanted to go over it with you. The first thing I'm going to do is read off my legal notice. It seems like everything I do on camera is backwards. But I will give you a link if you're interested in getting a copy of this so that you can submit to your employer or whoever you wish to send it to. I think I'll send one also to our President Joe Biden. So I'm going to go ahead and read it off to you. So on the top it says legal notice. It's probably backwards on camera. I'm still not that tech savvy to figure out how to do things the right way. But anyway, I'm doing the best I can. And I think that's what we should all do. We should all do the best that we personally can. You know, I'm not real comfortable on camera myself. I'm not a public spokesperson. I'm not trained to do this. But I think at this point in our lives, we need to get out of our comfort zone just a little bit to stand up for ourselves and others. Again, this is a global war on humanity. So people need to wake up and do something. So again, I'm going to read you my legal notice. This particular packet is, again, to Lee Loftus, Assistant Attorney General, U.S. Department of Injustice. By authority of the Nuremberg Code, U.S. versus Brandt, I hereby exercise my right to refuse to submit to or to administer the COVID-19 experimental gene therapy injection, heretofore known as the COVID-19 vaccine. The mRNA vaccines are a form of gene therapy, and Moderna calls it the, quote, software of life, unquote. The United States government has extraterritorially prosecuted, convicted, and executed medical doctors who have violated the Nuremberg Code on medical experimentation. Aiders and abettors of Nuremberg crimes are equally guilty and have also been prosecuted, convicted, and executed. Every court of law in any location has original jurisdiction, quote, universal, unquote, to hear and try crimes against humanity. Violations of the Nuremberg Code are classified as crimes against humanity which carry a maximum penalty of death. The Declaration of Helsinki Ethical Principles for Medical Research involving human subjects also outlines the requirements for informed consent. You are hereby put on notice that any further effort to coerce, intimidate, persuade, trick, or compel me to receive any experimental COVID-19 vaccine or any other medical device, drug, or medical procedure against my will implicates you as aiding and abetting in the capital offense of a crime against humanity. I hereby reserve my rights to swear a criminal complaint against you in the nearest available law enforcement agency and/or court of law. Quote, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, unquote, is a well-known phrase in the United States Declaration of Independence. The phrase gives 3 examples of the unalienable rights which the Declaration says have been given to all humans by their Creator and which governments are created to protect. Forcing the COVID-19 vaccine to maintain employment infringes upon my unalienable rights. I stand firm and strong in the Lord and his mighty power in my full armor of God. Quote, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms, unquote. Ephesians 6:10 through 18, NIV. Under 21 U.S. Code section, and I have the section here, it's too long to say, quote, authorization for medical procedures for use in emergencies, unquote, allows for the refusal of the experimental product without consequence. The COVID-19 vaccines are unapproved and experimental. I do not consent to the COVID-19 vaccine and do not want my, quote, software of life hacked. Attachments to my packet include the Nuremberg Code, WMA Declaration of Helsinki, the Declaration of Independence, Moderna, our mRNA medicines, the software of life, Technocracy News, Moderna's top scientist, quote, we are actually hacking the software of life. So this is a packet that I have prepared with the attachments, and I will be sending these out. I will also be dropping off a copy of these to my local sheriff's office, and also asking for any direction on where else I can register this with a courthouse. Again, I'm not an attorney, but again, I'm doing my best because time is ticking. And we don't have much time left before we fall into total chaos and communism here in the United States. Again, if anybody has any questions, please leave it in the comments below. I'll do the best I can. I've created this legal notice based on my research, and again, I'll be turning it in. I think there was a couple other things I wanted to say. So yeah, there are no FDA approved COVID-19 vaccines. If there were, the emergency use authorization would not be allowed. So they're kind of playing head games with the public with that. So again, there are no FDA approved COVID-19 vaccines. Because they're still under the emergency use authorization. And please do not inject your children with this garbage. All right, guys. If anybody wants a copy of this, I'll try to figure out how to get it to everybody. Yeah, please let us know where we can get this legal notice and print it out. Okay, so what I will do is I will scan this into one packet. And then if anybody wants it, they can email me at cassandradunn@yahoo.com. That's CASSANDRADUNN@yahoo.com. And just put in the memo line legal packet. And I will get that out to you starting tomorrow. But I need to download this and get it set up so that I can quickly respond. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Do what you can to expose this lawlessness that's rampant in our government. It seems like nobody is taking their oath to the Constitution seriously. And our government agencies are now working against we the people. I know this to be fact. All right. Talk to you guys later.